Hello dear students. Now in this class we'll talk about base. In our last class we have talked about acids and the portion of acid we have completed. Now let's just start base. Okay. Acid and base, two opposite nature chemicals. Okay. These are completely opposite to one another. Okay. So let's just start our topic base. Base which is bitter in taste मीन्स कड़वे टेस्ट में होते हैं. बेस टर्न्स रेड लिटमस ब्लू. ओके, it is opposite to acid. That means whatever properties shows by acid, base is completely opposite to it. Okay, acid turns blue litmus red. Here it is turning red litmus blue. So acid and base are opposite, so that when they mixed into each other, they cancelled each other's property. Okay, so they are generally metal hydroxides and metal oxides, like sodium hydroxide NaOH, potassium hydroxide KOH, calcium hydroxide CaOH whole twice, magnesium hydroxide MgOH whole twice, etc. Okay, the bases which are soluble in water means the base we can dissolve it into water. They are generally called, one specific term is used for such bases. This is alkalis. Okay, so alkalis are those bases which are soluble in water. Okay, now remember, in our chapter we can use alkali or base, both are same, because throughout the chapter we'll use such base which are soluble in water only. Okay, so alkali or base, both the words are same for us. Okay, now what do all bases have in common? Okay, the same heading we have discussed for acid. So what we have observed there, we said that H plus ion is common in all acid. All acid produce hydrogen ion. Similarly, what we said, base are metal hydroxides. So the bases have common is OH ion. When we dissolve base in water, we observe it produce OH minus ion. Okay, so whenever base is dissolved in water, it produce hydroxide ion, that is OH minus ion. Okay, so the common thing in all the bases are OH minus ion, that is hydroxide ion. Okay, and because of this hydroxide ion, the bases are bases. That means in case of acid, what we said, because the chemical is producing H plus ion, so that the chemical is showing acidic properties. Similarly, here base is producing OH minus ion, that's why they are showing basic properties. Okay, for example, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, when it dissolved in water, it produces hydroxide ion, and because of this OH minus ion, the NaOH shows basic properties. Similarly, KOH produce potassium ion and hydroxide ion. MgOH2, magnesium hydroxide, produce magnesium Mg plus 2 and OH 2 OH minus 2 hydroxide ion. Okay. Now, on the basis of ionization, as we said, the base ionized to produce metal ion and hydroxide ion. So, on the basis of their ionization strength, the bases are classified in two categories as strong base and weak base. So, what are strong base? So, the base which are completely ionized into the ions. Okay, repeating, strong base, the bases which completely dissociate into the ions, into their ions, metal and OH minus. So such bases produce large amount of hydroxide ion. Okay, for example, NaOH and KOH, potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, these are considered strong base which are completely dissociate into their ions in water. Now weak base which are not completely dissociate into their ions, but it is partially ionized. And because they are not completely ionized, they produce small amount of hydroxide ion. These are calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice, magnesium hydroxide, MgOH whole twice, and ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. These are considered weak base. Now moving ahead, let's just talk about the properties of bases. Okay, so properties, first point, taste. Bases are bitter in taste. Okay, now when you touch the base, you feel soppy touch. Okay, like smooth, slippery touch. So next point is touch. So bases have soppy touch. Now litmus test, as we have already discussed it. So bases turn red litmus to blue. Bases turn red litmus color to blue. Okay. Now next point is electrical conductivity. Now this point we have discussed in detail in case of acid. So which are chemicals conduct electricity? Those which can dissociate into ions. And yes, we have just now discussed the bases dissociate to produce ions into their aqueous solution. So because of presence, due to presence of ions in water solution, bases conduct electricity. Got it? Okay. Because they can ionize to produce hydroxide ion and metal ion, so that they can also conduct electricity, but in water solution only. Then next property, reaction with metals. Okay. So some bases or some metals reacts with base to produce hydrogen gas. This point is quite similar as acid. In acid we talked acid, every acid reacts with metal to produce hydrogen gas, but here only few metals react with the base to produce hydrogen gas. For example, sodium hydroxide when reacts with zinc metal, it gives salt, sodium zincate, and hydrogen gas produced here. Remember, zinc first combines with oxygen to form zinc oxide, ZnO2 minus 2. Because of negative charge present here, it combines with sodium, which is positive, because base dissociate to produce Na plus. So this minus combines with Na to give a salt, Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate, and that is why zinc metal reacts with sodium hydroxide. Not all metal can form negative oxides. So not all metal reacts with base, but some metals reacts with base to form salt and hydrogen gas is produced. Now one more point must be keep in your mind, that production of hydrogen, okay, this removing gas is hydrogen, we can confirm by bringing a burning candle on the mouth of test tube. The hydrogen gas produce pop sound. Okay, it burns with a small explosion. That pop sound is produced only by hydrogen gas. So it is confirmed that producing gas is hydrogen. Now next property, reaction with acids. So this point we have already discussed in acid. So when acid and base react, as I told you in the beginning of this video, acid and base totally opposite to each other. So when acid and base react with each other, mixed with each other, they neutralize each other's property. Okay, they cancelled each other's property. So they form neutral compound salt and water. So whenever acid and base react, they shows neutralization reaction and form salt and water. For example, sulfuric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide. It gives sodium sulfate and water. Okay, now this reaction can be explained. We know acids are those chemicals which produce H plus ion. Okay, acids, the chemicals which produce H plus ion, and base, the chemicals which produce OH minus ion. So when acid and base combine, that means H plus and OH minus combine, they form what? HOH, that is H2O. So whenever acid and base react, they form neutral compound water. Okay. Now next property is reaction with non-metal oxide. Reaction with non-metal oxide. So base when react with non-metal oxide, they form salt and water. Again a neutralization reaction, because non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, and base, acid base react, they form salt and water. For example, calcium hydroxide, a base, okay, reacts with non-metal oxide carbon dioxide to give salt, calcium carbonate and water. Okay, so these are the chemical properties of bases. Now uses of base. So uses of base we can discuss as first sodium hydroxide. NaOH is used in the production of manufacturing of soap, papers, okay, and synthetic fiber called rayon. You might have heard this fiber. Okay, so these are the uses of NaOH, used for the production of soap, paper, synthetic fiber called rayon. Similarly, calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is used in the production of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is used for laundry purpose, especially for white clothes, for bleaching textiles, cotton, fibers. Okay. Then next is MgOH2, magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is used in the form of milk of magnesia, and milk of magnesia is used as an antacid, that is for curing indigestion. Okay, in case of acidity, indigestion, milk of magnesia is given as an antacid. So this is about base and their properties and uses. Now next topic is strength of acid and base solution and pH scale. Okay, strength of acid and base, what we classified as acid and base, as strong acid, weak acid. Okay, strong base, weak base. Okay, so let's just talk about the strength of acid and base. Now water, what actually water? Okay, water is H2O, and water is partially ionized into H plus and OH minus. Like water, which is H2O, is partially ionized in H plus and OH minus. According to the definition of acid and base, H plus producer is called acid and OH producer is called base. So when water ionized to produce acid base, both H plus and OH minus, that is why water is neutral. Okay, why water is neutral? Because it is a combination of both acid and base. Now what happened when we add acid in water? Okay, water is neutral, now we are adding acid in water. So what happened? Acid is what, beta? which is having H plus ion. So when we are adding acid in water, the concentration of hydrogen ion, H plus ion, increases. Okay. So water which is having H plus and OH minus, when we add acid in water, so what happened? The concentration of H plus ion increases in compared to OH minus ion. Okay, the concentration of H plus ion is increases when we are adding acid in water. Now, what happened when base is added to water? So when base, that is OH minus. So when the base is added to water, the concentration of OH hydroxide ion increases. The concentration of hydroxide ion increases in compared to H plus ion. Okay. So when the water is added with acid or base, the concentration of H plus ion is vary. Okay, it is changed. So in 1909, Sorensen devised a scale called pH scale, on which strength of acid and basic solution could be represented by making hydrogen ion concentration. Understand this? In case of both, when we are adding acid in water or base in water, the concentration of H plus ion is changing. Okay. So while taking reference of H plus ion concentration, Sorensen designed a scale called pH scale on the basis of H plus ion concentration. Now what is pH? Okay, so pH is the pH of a solution is inversely proportional to H plus ion concentration. The pH of the solution is inversely proportional to H plus ion concentration. Okay, H plus ion concentration. That means if greater is the concentration of H plus, in case of what? In acid. Greater is the concentration of H plus, lower is the value of pH. Repeating, pH is inversely proportional to H plus ion concentration. Simple, if the concentration of H plus ion is large, which has happened in case of acid added to water. Okay, so when H plus ion concentration is greater, the value of pH is lower. Okay, smaller is the value of pH. Now, smaller is the concentration of pH, H plus, the larger is the value of pH, which has happened in case of base. Because in case of base, OH ion concentration is increases, that simple means H plus ion concentration decreases. So Sorensen gave us a scale which is marked 0 to 14 based on pH. So just now we have discussed pH is what? Depending on concentration of H plus ion. H plus ion concentration is more, which has happened with acid. So the value of pH is low. Okay. So this is the scale of Sorensen pH scale. You can see it is numbered from 0 to 14. Okay. Here this shows for acid. Okay. pH for acid 0 to 7. And this is 7 to 14 for base. Because here the value of pH is low. Why? Because concentration of H plus is more. Okay. Now maximum is the concentration of H plus ion, that is strong acid. So minimum is the value of pH. Okay. So as the pH value increases, the concentration of H plus ion decreases, or we can say the strength of acid decreases. Okay. So smaller is the value of pH, stronger is the acid. As the value of pH increases, the strength of acid decreases. So if we are moving in this direction, so we can say the strength of acid increases. Okay. Similarly, for weak base, the values between 7 to 11, 12, that is for weak base, and next values for strong base. Clear? Opposite to acid. Okay. जैसे जैसे H प्लस आयन का कंसेंट्रेशन कम होता जाएगा, बेस की स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ती जाएगी. Okay, so this is the way strength of base is increases in this direction. Strength of acid increases in this direction. So strong acid which has value 0 to 2. Okay, strong base which has value 12 to 40. Okay. So now some examples with their pH. Concentrated hydrochloric acid has pH 0. Dilute hydrochloric acid pH is 1. Gastric juice in our body, that pH is 1.4. Vinegar pH is 4. Soft drinks, Coke, Thums Up, these are cold drinks having pH 6. Milk is 6.5. Pure water which is 7, and the 7 pH is exactly for the neutral compound. Okay, so 7 pH is for the neutral compound, and we know water is neutral because having H plus and OH in equal amount. Blood, our blood pH is 7.4. Toothpaste which we are using must be basic. Okay, so that's pH is 8. Saliva before meal, it is 7.4, that is about to neutral. But after meal, our digestive system becomes active and acids are secreted, so that pH decreases after meal, and it is 5.8. Now this is about pH. So different type of question asked on pH. For example, one question is, two solutions are provided to you. Solution 1 as pH 6 and solution 2 pH is 3. Which one is a strong acid? Obviously solution 3 whose pH is low, so it is a strong acid. Okay, which solution amongst this having greater hydrogen ion concentration? So the greater ion concentration is for the lower pH value. Okay. Now next and last topic is universal indicator. Okay, so in the beginning of this chapter we have talked about indicators, and that indicators like litmus. Okay, litmus solution just change the color and tell us the given compound is acid or base. It do not explain the strength of acid and base. Means it cannot explain what is the pH of a given acid, okay, or base. It is weak acid, strong acid, weak base, or strong base. It could not be explained by litmus solution. So for school laboratory, we are using universal indicator for measuring the pH of given solution. And the universal indicator is a mixture of different indicators which gives different color in the on the entire range of pH scale. Okay, the different colors we obtain are, okay, it is one strip, paper strip. When we dip in the solution, the color appears on the strip. Now match the color on the reference scale, you can calculate the pH of the solution. For example, if you observe dark red color, this is the pH is 1. Red color, pH between 2 to 3. Orange red, the pH is 4. If the color obtained is orange yellow, the pH is 5. Yellow color, pH is 6. Green color, that's neutral pH, 7. If you obtain greenish blue color, the pH is 8. And if you obtain blue color, the pH is 9. If you obtain navy blue color, we have pH 10. If purple color we are having, so the pH is 11. Dark purple color indicate 12 pH, and violet color indicate pH 13 to 14. Okay, so this is about indicators and different colors on pH scale.